Hi, my name is James Shepard, and in this video, I'm going to answer a very simple question for you. Are you ready for an assistant? Are you ready for an assistant? Now, I really honestly believe that this is probably one of the biggest missed opportunities with salespeople and even business people that I speak to, because I think, first of all, many of them have the wrong idea about an assistant. Many of them think of an assistant more as some kind of a business partnership. Well, I need a business partner. I need somebody that does all the things that I don't do and things like that. And that's actually not really what an assistant is. The other problem is they think of an assistant as a full-time salary employee that needs benefits and a company car and all these things. And so in their mind, they're like, oh, I don't have $50,000 a year to hire an assistant. So let me just debunk both of these myths and talk to you about, are you ready for an assistant? Because to me, the answer to that question is actually really simple. Are you good at sales? If you answered yes to that question, you're ready for an assistant. That's it. Because if you have an assistant, you're going to dramatically increase your ability to sell if you have them do the right things. So let me dispel these myths. First of all, an assistant is not a business partner. You do not need somebody that's at a level where they're making, like their job was making $80,000 a year and now they're going to come help you. That's a business partner. I'm talking about an assistant. An assistant is somebody that's making, starting out, depending on where you're at in the country, they're making between $8 and $12 an hour. And this is a person who is working for you probably an average of maybe 1 to 2 hours a day initially. Now, I have my assistant, Angela. Many of you have spoken to Angela before, emailed back and forth with her. Now, she's been my assistant now for a really long time. I think 7 or 8 years. It's been a while. And when she first started, she was only working for me probably 4 or 5 hours a week, if that. And what she was doing for me was a couple things. Number one, she was taking whenever I would make a sale, I would just give her the paperwork, and then she would send the paperwork. She would finish filling it out, make sure it was all correct, reach out to the merchant if there was a question about it, and then she would submit that to the processor, and then she would get it back and make sure it was done. The other thing that she did is we had this system in place where as I was out in the field, I had a little app on my phone. Now I would just use voice notes, but I had like a voice notes app, and every time I walked out of a merchant location, I would say, hey, Ange, I talked to, I'm at XYZ company. I talked to Bill. He said that I need to speak with Susan and she'll be in on Thursday morning. Done, and then put it back in my pocket, and that's it, and I'm done. And then I move on to the next one. So that's all I did in between businesses. And so what happened was that little, and again, I give so many tips for free, honestly, on this channel. I mean, the one I just gave yesterday about, your content marketing, no one's going to do that. I told Josh is in here shooting the video with me. I said, Josh, he's like, man, that's a really good idea. I said, would it work? Absolutely guaranteed. Would it make tons of money for somebody? Absolutely guaranteed. Is anybody actually going to do it? Nope. No. I don't think any of you are going to do that. I hope you do. If you do, email me and let me know, but I don't think any of you are going to do that. Just like what I'm talking about today, some of you are going to watch this video. Oh, an assistant, that is a good idea. But you're not going to hire an assistant tomorrow, which is what I would do. Like, get an assistant, okay? Anyway, that's a whole other topic. But talking about execution, I need to do a video on that next, I guess. But anyway, you need to get an assistant, okay? And what you want to do with this assistant is, if you have this simple little thing I just told you that would make you a fortune, let me describe it one more time to make sure you get it, okay? You're out in the field. You walk into a business. When you walk out of the business, all you do is you make a voice note. Hey, to your assistant, hey, this is what happened. This is the business I'm at. This is the physical address, whatever it is. You don't even need to give her that. She can look it up. But you just do a voice note. There are apps out there where you record a voice note. When you stop the recording, it will automatically send the voice note via email to an email address of your choice. So it just emails your assistant a voice note. So every day your assistant's going to get like 20 or 30 voice notes. And your assistant's going to take 2 hours to go through and look at each note, take the note, put that into the CRM, and schedule the follow-up. So now you have this engine of work where you're walking in, you're making a voice note, your assistant gets the voice note, schedules the next action step for you, it's in your schedule, and then the next day, all of a sudden, oh wow, I have 7 follow-up appointments today that I need to go to. And so it just creates a great system where you can just follow up. So find an assistant. Okay? Maybe you have a family member that's looking for work. Maybe it's a stay-at-home relative that is looking for something they can do at home and they're a dependable person, whatever, whoever it is. Maybe it's a college person that's looking for an evening job. And so when you're done for the day, they can get your voice notes and put it into a CRM for you, like whatever. Find an assistant and have them make your schedule for you and have them take care of any administrative tasks that you can possibly delegate. And over time, you're going to develop a great relationship with that person, and hopefully they will be the ones that are really driving your productivity to the next level.